Good morning. It's Monday, so it's time for Monday Live. Sorry for the few minutes delay. So I've started saying over the weekend that we would have been talking today about one topic that has been long discussed. And I've noticed there's a little bit of fake information around, so yeah, it's time to clarify and debunk. Well, it's been said that guest blogging is against the Google's terms of service. It's a bit of a silly thing because it's been around for a bit, this issue, well, this kind of myth became famous around 2014, but I see there still are some roots, so I really would like to explain this. So, well, what happened is, to begin with, let me say that it is false. It is another of the SEO myths that I would like to debunk. The first one was talking if there is any SEO importance in getting social media signals. And the answer was that it is not important for ranking, but it does have some effects and some results. So actually, I will link the video to this session. It was one of the previous Monday Lives, and they are all being uploaded then to the YouTube channel, so you can find them all. I will link it then. Well, what is regarding the guest blog is that there has been a couple of if you're in the SEO industry, Twitter is one of the channels, the social media channels, which are generally most used because they have been personally addressing some of the distinguished engineers of Google, asking things and waiting for reactions, always trying to ask for the tricky questions, always trying to quote them when they are asking which are the ranking criteria, can you confirm, can you deny, can we then consider this as the top 3 ranking factors, can we exclude these others, and you know how short Twitter is. So the answers are always very, very limited. And from the answers, then the speculation begins and people start to write articles and believe that everything was said inside of those very, very few characters, sometimes written with irony as well. What happened is that Matt Cutts was in 2014 one of the Google's distinguished engineers. He wrote a tweet saying that if you're using guest blogging as a way to gain links, you should probably stop. And saying this, everybody thought that it was not useful, that it was counterproductive, that people should have been stopping writing guest blogs to gain links. Well, there is some truth in what they thought, but for the wrong reasons. Actually, he explained something more later because a case came out from this narration, and everybody started speculating what it might mean or not. And he answered, and he explained a little bit, saying that there are still many good reasons to do some guest blogging. And he explained them by saying exposure, branding, increased reach, community. It is actually the main reason why you should be guest blogging. Getting links is a consequence, but it all starts from getting connections, getting good, informative content on the web, connected with your brand, connected by a link, but it's the connection that matters, because guest blog posts are meant not to just be a source of acquisition of a link, as he said. They are meant to be a source of acquisition of knowledge. So they are meant to be done for people, not for search engines. When I try to tell people how to understand if some practice are good SEO white hat practice or not, you can try to think if you had to explain those kind of search engine optimization techniques that you used to an employee of Google, would you be able to do it? I mean, if it is some sketchy spammy technique, you would feel ashamed because it is a manipulative technique. This is a sign to understand that it's not something that you should be doing. Or another good question to ask is, would you be doing this kind of technique if search engines did not exist? And in case of a guest blogging, the answer is yes, you would be doing this even if search engines did not exist, because it is just so important to be out in the web with your content and your brand and your name and all the knowledge and expertise that you can show, and to let people see that it comes from you and they can get back to you. And that link, which links back to your site, is for your readers to find your site and to read from you and to know how to contact you and to know about your opening times, your price range and the products they can buy from you and all these things. It all starts from they find you somewhere else, which is the place that is hosting you as a guest blogger. So it might be a friend's blog, a business colleague you are blogging with. It all starts from finding you somewhere else, and this place allows them to find you where you live, where you are, where your website is. And in this case, they will be able to find your home page, your articles, the rest of what you write, all the ways they can get in touch with you. And you would do this even if search engines did not exist. So this is the answer. This is the way to understand if a technique, an SEO technique, is spammy, sketchy, or against Google's terms of service. I mean, if you're guest blogging the same piece of content repeatedly, copy and paste into 1,000 of guest posting or contributing websites, press releases, in which it's just the same stuff, or boilerplate content, which you're just giving to get a link from them to your site, then would you be able to explain this? Would you feel confident and fine telling this to a Google employee. Yes, I copy pasted my content. Hi, Abby. I copy pasted my content into so many, sorry for this noise, so many different press releases, directories, just for getting more links. You wouldn't, because that's the wrong kind of guest blogging you would do. You would not do it in this way. You would try to explain something else, something like, I try to make my content be visible on different sites and for them to find me. And this is how the guest blogging should be. And actually, this is what Matt Cutts said. He kept writing that kind of explanation to the big question, saying that reasons for doing guest blogging, which are not merely getting links, like exposure, branding, increased reach, community, they existed before Google and will continue to exist in the future. So this is what I say when I say the big question to understand: would you do it even if Google did not exist? These kind of ways of doing it, they will exist even if Google did not exist. And you can see some wonderful and high quality guest bloggers or some very poor ones. And the way of copy pasting the same kind of boilerplate content, this is not helping your SEO, and it's not helping your branding as well. It's not helping your exposure, because people just get tired of reading something which is not informative. Instead, what you should write is unique, meaning that you're writing something specific for the place where you're writing it. I mean, if you have the opportunity of writing something for somebody who's happy to get posts from you, and I apologize to people who are waiting posts from me, they will arrive. In this case, you should think of writing something which is specific for them, for their audience, for their target, for their kind of content, for their kind of niche. This is how you create something unique, which is really tailor-made, because it is done for them. It is something which can't be the same, which basically nobody else has written about. And when I hear people saying, well, everything has already been written about, well, it's not that right, because you can write about a pair of shoes in an infinite ways. You can write it in so many different ways, because it is all different according to the goal, to the interest of the target, to the niche. It won't be the same as anybody else did. And if you don't want to get influenced, don't read it too much, because you have your own style, you have your own way. So yes, do check your competitors, but for their structure, for their page layout, to see how they are organizing their content, but not to get inspiration from them, because you do have your content inspiration. You do know what to write about. If you don't know what to write about, just use a couple of simple tools to see what people want to read about. It mentioned just a few, just a couple which are free. You can check Answer the Public, you can check Quora. You will see what people ask, what people want to read of your niche, and you can provide them your answers with your experience in your own tone of voice, which will be different from anybody else. So what Matt Katz was trying to say, and he explained it at the end of the article, was that he was talking about guest blogging only for SEO purposes. But the SEO purposes is a part of a bigger, holistic kind of activity that you can do for your brand and your business. You can't just focus on getting better on the search engines. Getting your message better out in the world, there are obviously a bit of techniques, a bit of tactical things that you can think about, but if you focus on create interesting, real, authentic content, which is targeted for that kind of host who is happy to have your content on, then it won't be the same. It won't be against Google's rules at all. Also, it will bring you a lot of visibility, and this will bring a lot of good things to you. So, in the end, he was closing this kind of debate, saying, apologizing and saying, sorry for all the drama I caused with the guest blogging apocalypse. Guest blogging is okay again, my bad. So he was, basically he shouldn't have been apologizing, because a big kind of chaos was originated from that declaration. But it was not a random declaration, I would say the same. But if I was to say that guest blogging is against Google's terms of service, I would say no, it's not. It's not. But try to consider that you're not doing this for Google, you're doing this for your business. And if your business is found with poor content, it's just so unprofessional for people to find you like that, to find the old, boring, silly press releases, which are pretty much the same all over the world. That is just some kind of shortcut which won't lead you very far away in the long end. So I guess it's all for now. If you want to know something more for the next time, just ask. There was a nice tip that had been done to me a few days ago. It was last Friday. It was not her original tip. She heard it from somebody else, but it was so nice that I wanted to keep it and repeat it. It was Jane Cox, a photographer. She's an amazing photographer, and we met at the Cappuccino Connection of the Athena here in West London, which is wonderful. I truly suggest you to take part of it, because it's a lovely opportunity to meet some more business owners. And we were talking about content on websites and how to produce it. And she said she read this kind of tip, which was easy and effective to remember. It is that when you need to write something, I apologize for the noise. When you need to write something, you should basically think that you're not writing it, but you're telling it to someone, a friend, to somebody you want to explain this thing to. And you should imagine that about this kind of topic, you are saying, imagine 5 sentences, and you write them down. And then for each of them, you try to explain it, writing a couple more of sentences. As much as it fits the needs of your writing or your telling. And basically, that's it. You got your subheaders and you got your content, which is not too long inside of each section. It's easy to read, easy to digest. It's easy for you to produce because you're not overthinking it, but because it's like you're telling it. I found this tip brilliant, and I wanted to share it with you. And I thank you, Jane Cox, again for saying it. I hope it helps. Please let me know if you liked it. Give it a thumb up. Share it with someone you know that might be interested in getting better visibility for their websites, for if they have an online business and you're not getting as many business opportunities as they would like to. But a lot of things can be done. You can start by sharing these free online tips. And well, let me know what you would like the next session to be about. And have a splendid, splendid week. Bye.